and everybody got to act out their role at the end of the day, man. We just hope that we the ones that we're the ones at the end of the movie, man, that get that glory, man. That's why we out here fighting.
That's right.
You know, whether people want to hear or forbear, man, we out here doing what we got to do. All right. Is that any more?
Verse 2, I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made.
Right, so if you look at the earth, man, the earth gives much dirt, you know, and much clay that you can make vessels. You know, the vessels are easy to make, and you can find clay really in a lot of places and dirt if you look at the earth. All right, go ahead.
But little dust that gold cometh of.
Right, but little dust that the gold cometh of, man. But you really got to be sifting through the dirt to find the gold, man. That's why when you go into them caves and you see those gold miners, you know, they could be digging for hours, man. And when they find a little golden nugget, man, you know, it's like, damn. Like, man, we hit, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It could be just a little small piece of gold, you know? Oh, yeah, bro.
Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved.
Right, so there's many vessels created. You know, there's many pots out there, clay pots that have been created. But the ones that are going to be saved is the dust of the gold, man.
Right.
You know? Zechariah, the 13th chapter. Matter of fact, you can get that real quick before we jump to this one.
Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Right, man. So 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and die, man.
Son.
You know, 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to be cut off and die, man. According to the scriptures. All right, keep going, bro.
But the third shall be left therein.
Right, but the third part is going to be left therein, man, which is that gold that's going to be tried in the fire. And we hoping to be a part of this number here, man.
That's right.
We don't want to be a part of that red, which represent blood. You know? We don't want to be a part of that, man. We want to be a part of this. Chief, we want to be a part of this white piece, man. Which is purity, man.
That's the ultimate prize right there.
Goal. That's the ultimate prize.
I got a preset.
Hold on 1 second, brother. Go ahead.
And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried.
Right. So he said he's gonna refine them as silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried. Man, he's talking about the elect. And when you refine silver and you try gold, man, you testing it. All right. You have to test the gold to see if it's pure. You have to refine the silver to make sure that is real. And on that note there, man, that lets us know, man, that the Lord is testing us with all kinds of trials and tribulations that he might throw at us, man. You know?
That's right, man. If I say something really quick on that, the Lord's been doing this for a long, very long dispensation of time. You got multiple examples in the past, even when we were in the wilderness for 40 years. When you go to Deuteronomy, the 8th chapter, it talks about when we were in the wilderness before we went to the land that was promised to us, that he placed us in that situation to humble us. You know what I mean? He placed us in that situation to see what we were going to do in tough situations. Whether we were going to follow commandments, whether we're going to live by faith. We got to think about it like now. This ain't that 40-year process like back then, but the Lord always places examples throughout time, man. Right. Before we go to that land that was promised for us from the beginning, we're putting in a certain situation where he's trying us to see if we're worthy to maintain, to see if we're worthy to get to that kingdom, man. To see if we're going to be able to be part of that 144 part of that. You don't got to grab it. It's all good. But that's what we're going through right now, man. We're going to be running across a lot of tough situations, man. It's going to be a lot of demons messing with you in the head, especially the day we're living in. It's going to be a lot of stuff attacking you, man, but that's part of that fire, man. You know, that's part of that fire, man. We got to keep on moving. We got to keep going, man. That's all I had on that.
They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
They shall call on my name. All right, so that lets you know that the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is still relevant on the earth, man. Relevant, Slaki. You know, his name is still here, whether people want to agree or not, man. Oh, his name is too holy. We call him Hashem or the Lord, Ahaya. No, man. His name is Yahweh. And his son's name is Yahweh Shai. You don't know the name because the Lord don't want you to know his name, man.
I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power.
Right, and that's that, and that's the time that we're living in, man. He says that we're his people, man. You know, that goes back to Hosea the 1st chapter. We living in that time in the land of our captives, and our chief captive, which is Esau, man. We coming back to our nationality and our roots. Like, you know what, man? You know, we are the children of Israel, man. That Deuteronomy 28 and 68, man, that fits me. You know, our heritage being stripped away from us, man, that fits me. The so-called white man being Esau and his characteristics described in the scriptures, man, that fits him.
That's right, to the T.
To the T, man. You know? And Lord willing, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua can keep the spirit on me and the rest of us, man. To be able to have that spirit whereas we know the truth, man. You know? Because there could be a time where you wake up, man, you don't know nothing no more, man. You could have just been a vessel that just brought somebody in, man, and the Lord don't need you no more. That's why we gotta always pray for repentance and grace, man, and constantly pray. All right? Did you have a precept, brother? Well, why you getting that? Or why you grabbing it?
Can you come up some, Mike?
Yeah, matter of fact, come up and speak loud too.
Yeah, I was talking about the 2/3.
Right.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 21. And he said, I saw and I spared it greatly, and I had kept me a grape of cluster, and the grape of cluster are the elect.
Right.
And a plant of great people, and let the multitude perish then. That's the other 2/3, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant for my great labor have made it perfect.
Yeah. Now the brother broke that down beautifully, man.
That's exactly what that's talking about.
That's talking about, man. That's talking about the elect, the ones that are going to get that grape of clusters that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has, and everybody else that he don't want to get, man, he casted them away, man. The brother broke that down beautifully, man. All right.
There's another one. I failed to understand the chapter and the verse, but I know it's in 2nd Ezra where the Most High was talking about having a forest and just taking one tree. You know, so
hey, that'll be a good piece too, man. You know, you pick it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you want a certain woman, there could be a majority of women on the streets. You know what I'm saying? And out of the 100,000 women that you see, man, you can really maybe only want like 3 of them. You know? Like, oh yeah, she bad. Yup. You bring her here. Yup. You come here. You. Yep. All the rest of y'all. Nah.
That's right.
That's how the Lord doing, man. He picking out his, spiritually we're his woman, man.
Cherry pick.
And he's like, you know what? I want this group. You know, I want them. But the rest of y'all, man, all y'all bad, built out of shape hoes. I ain't dealing with y'all, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, if I could say this, the Most High, that's called being selective. And that word select, it come from elect.
Yeah.
That's why the Most High, he's predominantly choosing his elect. That's who he's working with right now, man.
Yep.
You know?
He's working with his elect on the planet Earth, man. Whether people want to believe it or not, man. You know?
Many are called, few are chosen.
Con. But I don't wanna did you have a precept? No, I don't want to deviate from the topic of Esau. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna jump back to Ezekiel 32. We start at verse 3.
This is Ezekiel 32 and 3. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will therefore spread out my net over thee with the company of
I'm sorry, Salaki. Start at verse 2.
This is Ezekiel 32 and 2. Son of man, take up a lamentation for Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
All right, so the Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is spiritually talking about Esau, man. All right, and you can get that understanding from reading Romans the 9th chapter. All right, you keep going.
And say unto him, thou art like a young lion of the nations.
Thou art like a young lion of the nations, man. So what does a young lion do? Okay, a young lion gonna go out and devour everything that it sees, man.
Pouncing.
It's gonna be pouncing on people, man, ripping people up to shreds. A young lion has a lot of enthusiasm,
vigor.
Yeah, it's in its prime.
Yep.
You know, so it can go out there and destroy it can go out there and destroy things easy. You know? And it says upon the nations. That's why all these other nations, man, I mean, right now through the Spirit, they're all rising, they're rising up. You know, but back then, you know, they were like, man, they ain't trying to mess with America. You know? Because when the atomic bombs got dropped, man, that put fear into the nations, man. They're like, well, shit. You know, that shit, you see what happened to Hiroshima? I ain't trying to have that happen to me. You know, and the so-called white man, he did that. Esau did that as a statement, man. Like, any of y'all niggas want to try and get some, man, this is what y'all gonna get in return, man. So try it. What's up? They pretty much was flexing on the nations, man. You know?
Yeah,
That was, go ahead, Bob.
That's why Scripture say he weakened the nations, man. And also Revelation 13 chapter, as it specifically speaks about how he dropped the bombs and worked the miracles and had everybody in the ark, man. Yeah, did nobody want to fuck the so-called white man in the 30s or 40s, 50s and 60s, man. Like the brother's going into that young lion, he's gonna turn to an old ass lion where ain't nobody gonna give a damn about it. Yeah. Everybody's rising up now. When you're a young lion, you can't really too much be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? You got that energy, that power. But now the Most High stripping of Esau all that, man.
Yep. He's like that bully, man. He's like that bully that beat down that kid. You know, and everybody seen it was like, woo, shit. I ain't trying to mess with that dude. I ain't trying to get my lunch money stolen from me. Cause you see what happened to Jimmy over there? You know, that's how these nations look. That's how these nations looked at Esau, man.
Yep.
You know? But it's gonna be a time where that bully, man, he got beat up, and then you're gonna see somebody else come down and test him, and then he gonna get his ass whooped, man. Which is that one that's gonna come down there and test him is gonna be Yahushua, man.
God, brother.
And they ain't even gonna test him. He gonna come down there and just smash. He gonna come down there and smash him, man.
That's right.
Easy.
That's right. I'm gonna bring up a point really quick. That's a beautiful analogy. And you could even think like this. Let's say the movies, for example, Karate Kids, all those movies. You got the bully that was whooping on everybody, like the brother said. But then you got one of them kids who was so tired of getting picked on to the point where he trained.
Yeah.
He trained for weeks, kept building his strength up so he'd be able to whoop that bully ass, man. So when that bully tries him, the little boy gonna whoop his ass, man. Because you know Yahushua is gonna use the elect as well, man. And we're the ones that's down here getting beat down by this bully right now. But with us doing this, that's our training process to the point where we're gonna have that power to whoop on that bully, man.
Right.
You know, that's a beautiful point. I just wanted to bring that out, bro. That's a good point you brought out.
You know, that's just what it is at the end of the day, man. We're spiritually the bully right now, but at the end of the day, man, Esau is gonna get his ass whooped, man. Go ahead, Alex.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 23.
No pictures.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken, man? And the hammer of the whole earth is talking about America and their military might, man.
That's right.
You know, so it's asking like, how is the hammer broken? All right, the hammer is going to be broken by thermonuclear destruction, man.
Right.
World War III.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
How has Babylon, which we're living in Babylon today, how has it become a desolation of the nations, man? You know, how is this beautiful place, which they call America, which you can do whatever the hell pleases you to do, how this place has become a smoking, burning, a big ass ashtray? How did that happen? Go ahead, brother.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, on Babylon.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art utterly taken. I'm sorry, it doesn't say utterly, but it says thou art taken, oh Babylon, man. Somebody want to get the missile sign?
Oh, I got you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that snare that's gonna happen to America, man, is gonna be thermonuclear destruction, man.
That's right.
You know? So if you a Negro, Latino, Native American, man, you better wake up, man.
That's right.
Before you be caught out there in that snare. Go ahead, brother.
Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Right, thou art found and thou art caught, man. Because they're the ones that fought against the Lord, man. So you know what? Since they were fighting against the Lord, man, the Lord gonna bring this upon them, man. You know? He gonna bring thermonuclear destruction, man. It tells you how is the skirt has been lifted up, man. All the sins, all the atrocities that the so-called white man has done, man, it has reached the heavens, man. So at the end of the day, man, you have to be judged.
I said this, you definitely gotta be judged, man. It's right. You can hammer the earth. If you go around, when you have a hammer, what is the purpose of a hammer? To drive in nails, man. So Esau has been, America, which is ran by Esau, has been going around driving nails into everybody around the whole damn earth, man. He's oppressing people, taking their heritage, taking their land, taking their resources, destroying the Most High's footstool, which is the earth. Okay, so he's stripped against the Most High in that way, man, because he did everything the scripture said not to do. So now he's been taken in that snare is his pride, man, also. You know, he's thinking that he's untouchable now. The Most High got him in a trick bag. But everything that he's using, he's going to use it against him, man.
Hold that still where you at, but real quick, could you get Job, the 8th chapter, the 3rd verse real quick? Because that's going perfectly into what you're saying. You know? Because Esau ultimately doesn't think that he's going to be judged for his actions, man. He thinks that America's gonna just continue to flourish. The New World Order is gonna prosper. Everybody's gonna be chipped, and everybody's just gonna be walking around zombies, and he's just gonna live forever. All right? But the Most High, he doesn't pervert judgment, man. He doesn't have crooked judgment, man. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, man. It wouldn't be balanced for Esau and the other nations to be judged. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
Job 8:3. Doth the Most High pervert judgment? Or doth the Almighty pervert justice?
Right, and that's a question. He's saying, does the Most High pervert judgment? Does the Most High bend judgment, or does he make judgment crooked? That's what pervert means, man, to bend something or crooked, or to make something crooked, or to curve. The Most High doesn't curve judgment, man. Just because judgment hasn't happened to you so-called white people and the rest of you other nations, man, doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Ecclesiastes, the 8th chapter tells you that. You can keep living all the works that you want. But chiefly the so-called white man and the rest of the nations are going to be judged, man. So you can keep committing all the wickedness and all the adultery, all the homosexuality, all the BS madness that you want to do now. You know, the Lord's saying, all right, cool, go ahead. Because when the Lord come back and do the judgment on y'all, and he comes down with the Shao Kahn hammer, and come down here and just utterly destroy everything, man, it's gonna be righteous, man. He's gonna have every right to do so.